You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Carl Jung. This quote from Jung can be seen as a key to understanding the true process of manifestation. Manifesting isn't just about positive thinking or repeatedly stating what we want to achieve. It's a process that involves a deep connection between intention, action, and aligning our unconscious with our conscious goals. Jung reminds us that real transformation happens when there's congruence between what we desire and how we act in the world. When we talk about manifestation, we often think of something mystical or magical, as if merely thinking of something could make it appear. However, Jung, with his deep understanding of the human psyche, offers us a more scientific and psychological perspective on this phenomenon. He suggests that our mind, both conscious and unconscious, plays a crucial role in shaping our reality. Instead of being something supernatural, manifestation can be understood as a process involving psychic energy, clear intention, and changing thought patterns. The concept of manifestation can be broken down through the lens of analytical psychology, where we see that the human mind is a powerful tool for creating change when it's in alignment. For Jung, the unconscious mind holds a much greater influence over our behavior and perceptions than we often admit. Therefore, understanding and integrating the unconscious is a fundamental step in any manifestation process. In this video, we'll explore how manifestation is more than magic. It's science, rooted in our ability to align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with our deepest desires. We'll dive into the psychological process of how our thoughts create our reality using principles of intention and action. We'll look into how psychic energy, as described by Jung, can be directed to achieve our goals and transform our lives. Throughout this journey, we'll reveal how to practically apply manifestation using the tools of deep psychology. We'll understand how the beliefs and patterns rooted in our unconscious might be blocking our progress, and how we can reprogram them to achieve true freedom and fulfillment. Now, the question is, how can we turn our intentions into tangible realities? How can we use the science of the mind to shape our deepest dreams? Stay with us to discover how to apply manifestation in a practical and scientific way in your life. To understand how manifestation works through Carl Jung's perspective, we must first delve into some of his key concepts, such as the unconscious, psychic energy, and the process of individuation. Jung believed that the human psyche is made up of different layers, with the conscious mind being just the tip of the iceberg. The real power lies in the unconscious, a vast network of thoughts, memories, emotions, and behavioral patterns that often operate beyond our conscious awareness. Manifestation, then, involves aligning our unconscious with our conscious goals. One of the biggest obstacles in this process is internal resistance, those unconscious beliefs and blocks that prevent our desires from becoming reality. Jung called this energy the shadow, a part of the psyche that holds all the aspects of ourselves that we deny, reject, or are unaware of. To effectively manifest something, it's crucial to bring this shadow to light, acknowledging and accepting the parts of ourselves that might be sabotaging our own efforts. The science of manifestation, according to Jung's perspective, begins with clear intention. But it's not enough to simply want something. We need to align our emotions and our psychic energy with that desire. Psychic energy, or libido, as Jung referred to it, is the force that drives our thoughts and actions toward a goal. When this energy is scattered or blocked by limiting beliefs and unconscious fears, our manifestation efforts fail, not due to lack of will, but due to lack of alignment. Jung also emphasized the importance of symbols and archetypes as powerful tools of transformation. They act as a bridge between the conscious and the unconscious, helping to bring hidden content to light that might be preventing us from manifesting our desires. Archetypes, like the hero, the sage, or the alchemist, represent universal patterns of behavior that exist within all of us and can be activated to help us overcome obstacles and direct our energy toward achieving our goals. Therefore, manifestation is not a magic trick, but a psychological process that requires self-awareness and discipline. It's an act of aligning our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. To truly manifest something in our lives, we must be willing to dive into our own unconscious, recognize the shadows that limit us, and integrate these aspects into our consciousness. Only then, with this internal congruence, can we direct our psychic energy effectively to shape the reality around us. In this sense, manifestation is science applied to the human psyche, a science that depends on our self-mastery and the ability to use the mind as a tool for transformation. Let's bring these concepts into everyday life by showing how the manifestation process can unfold practically. Imagine a person who wants to attract a healthy relationship into their life. In their conscious mind, they repeat affirmations like, "I deserve true love," or "I want to find someone who values me." But at the same time, their past experiences with toxic relationships have left deep scars on their unconscious. These emotional scars aren't just memories, they are belief patterns rooted in their psyche, feeding the idea that maybe they aren't worthy of love or that all relationships end in pain. This is a classic example of the shadow sabotaging conscious efforts of manifestation. Even though the intention is clear in the conscious mind, the unconscious carries fears, insecurities, and self-sabotaging patterns that block progress. Carl Jung would argue that to truly manifest a healthy relationship, this person must first confront their shadow. They need to explore the wounds that remain open, identify where these limiting beliefs come from, and most importantly, work to integrate them into their consciousness. This process of self-awareness is crucial because once we bring these unconscious contents to light, they lose their power to control us. A practical way to do this is through self-reflection techniques like journaling or meditation. When you sit with yourself and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions, you start to identify patterns that you might never have noticed before. You might realize, for example, that you have a fear of vulnerability, and that's why you unconsciously repel relationships that could thrive. From that moment of awareness, you begin to rewrite your emotional pattern, consciously redirecting your psychic energy. Additionally, the practice of visualizing your goals in detail is a powerful manifestation technique. But here's the key. Visualization isn't just about seeing what you want. It's about feeling as if it's already real. When you embody the emotions of having achieved what you desire, your unconscious begins to accept this new reality as possible and starts reorganizing your actions and behaviors to align with that vision. So, manifesting isn't just about wishing, it's an active process of transforming your psyche, healing your emotional wounds, and energetically aligning with your deepest desires. When we manage to do this, our external world starts to reflect this new internal reality. And the true magic of manifestation happens, not through a supernatural touch, but through the science of self-awareness and psychological transformation. Now, let's dive deeper into the connection between accepting emotional wounds and the manifestation process, highlighting its relation to the collective unconscious and archetypes, two central concepts in Carl Jung's psychology. Accepting our wounds is not merely a matter of personal healing, it's an essential step in accessing deeper layers of the unconscious and ultimately transforming our behavior patterns and beliefs. The collective unconscious, as defined by Jung, is the deepest layer of our psyche, where universal symbols and archetypes that influence all of humanity reside. When we connect to this level of the unconscious, we are tapping into forces that go beyond our personal experience, but that shape how we perceive and interact with the world. These archetypes are like fundamental patterns of energy that guide our attitudes and behaviors in facing life's challenges. One of the most relevant archetypes in the manifestation process is the alchemist. The alchemist represents transformation and the ability to transmute something ordinary into something extraordinary, like turning lead into gold, or in our context, transforming fears and insecurities into power and clarity. When we accept our wounds and integrate the shadow, we activate the alchemist within us. This allows us to channel our psychic energy to create new realities, using the internal resources that were previously blocked by our own resistance. Accepting our wounds is also a fundamental step in the process of individuation, which Jung described as the path to becoming the person we truly are. During individuation, we confront and integrate the different aspects of our personality, both those we accept and those we reject. This process of integration makes us more whole and frees us from the chains of unconscious patterns that limit us. When we achieve this integration, our energy field expands and aligns with our conscious intentions, creating a natural flow for manifestation. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about an internal transformation that resonates with the natural laws of the human psyche. The blocks that once held us back dissolve because there is no longer an internal force fighting against our desires. Manifestation, then, is the ultimate expression of a deep process of healing and integration. It occurs when our conscious and unconscious minds are in perfect harmony, and when we accept that we are both creators and creations of our own worlds. Ultimately, manifesting is the result of mastering oneself and understanding that our external reality is a direct reflection of our inner world. The real power of manifestation does not lie in the idea that we can control the world around us, but in the realization that by transforming our inner world, the external inevitably aligns with this new reality. Carl Jung taught us that the key to this transformation is deep self-knowledge and the courage to face our darkest aspects. Accepting our wounds, insecurities, and fears is a crucial step to unlocking our potential to create the life we desire. When we allow ourselves to look within and acknowledge our vulnerabilities, we initiate a healing process that releases our psychic energy from self-imposed blocks. Once unlocked, this energy can be directed with clarity and purpose toward creating our intentions. Manifesting then becomes a conscious art of integrating all aspects of our psyche, the light and the shadow, desire and fear, hope and doubt. Jung once said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." This means that to manifest what we truly want, we must first confront what scares us. We need to look at the parts of ourselves that sabotage our efforts, and instead of suppressing them, we must integrate them as valuable parts of our being. When we accept our shadow, it stops being a hidden enemy and becomes a powerful ally, a source of transformative energy. The manifestation process is, therefore, a journey of individuation, a path to becoming whole, to discovering who we really are beyond the masks and defenses we've built throughout our lives. It's a process that demands patience, self-acceptance, and a willingness to grow, even if it means facing our greatest fears. But by doing this, we uncover that the true power to create our reality lies within us, and that everything we need is already present in our psyche. So how can we apply all this to our own lives? The answer is simple, yet challenging. Start with acceptance. Embrace your wounds, face your shadows, and seek self-knowledge constantly. Use visualization techniques, not just to see what you desire, but to feel what it would be like to live that new reality. Allow yourself to transform and align with your deepest desires, understanding that true manifestation is not magic. It's a science of the soul. In the end, manifestation is the sum of intention and action, the union between the conscious and unconscious mind. It's the courage to be vulnerable, the willingness to change, and the faith that the universe supports those who dare to be their most authentic selves. Manifesting is more than a wish. It's a commitment to your own growth and your continuous evolution toward true freedom and fulfillment.